How's it going, everybody? Oliver here for Eye Influence, and yes, today is the much anticipated review of Pixel Eyewear. I haven't had the opportunity to review their products in the past. Well, it is 2019, and I am happy to say that one of the first videos that I bring for you this year is the review of Pixel Eyewear. You guys have been asking for it for a while, asking me in the comments section, what do I think about Pixel Eyewear? When are you gonna do a review on Pixel Eyewear? Well, here it is. And if you have this one question that you need to be answered, more than anything else, which is how can Pixel Eyewear help me reduce digital eye strain? Well, I got the answers that you need. So keep on watching this video. All right, so before I start talking about the product itself, I do just want to take a moment to encourage you, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to this channel. On this channel, you're gonna get lots of information and resources that are gonna help you take care of the health of your eyes and the quality of your vision. Now, enough about that. Let's get to what you came here for. Let's talk about the product. Pixel Eyewear is a company that's based out of California that's been making computer glasses for quite a few years now. And they have about 12 different frame styles that you could choose from at the moment. And I have 3 of those styles with me today. I'm wearing the Meru. They also have the Omni, and they also have the Thera. So since we're on the topic of frames, let's talk about the frame quality. I will get to the lenses in a moment. That's where the bulk of the talk is gonna come from, but I wanna take a moment to talk about the frames because you're paying about $75, $80 for these computer glasses, maybe a little bit more after tax. So you wanna know what the quality of the frame is like, not just the lenses itself. So the frame, I'm happy to say, is made out of a very good quality plastic. It's called cellulose acetate. It's something that's gonna be found in a lot of other high-end eyewear, also higher priced eyewear. So I'm happy to say that the quality of the plastic is really good. And one of the first things that you may or may not notice, but I did, is the hinges. See, as soon as you open up a frame, right? Of course, you get it and they're closed when you take it out of the case. But when you open it, there's this resistance. There's this feeling to the hinge that I guess you kind of only develop with time. And I've been doing this for now over 15 years in the eyewear industry. So, you know, the first impression that you get is when you open up the frame. You want to know what that hinge feels like. And also you're going to get a feel for the plastic. Is the plastic flexible when you open up those hinges? When you stretch out that frame, what does the plastic feel like? What do those hinges feel like? What I noticed right away is the quality of the hinge. It has a nice amount of resistance, but it opens and closes really smoothly. And it has a double barrel hinge, no spring hinge, which, don't fear, is not something that you have to have. As a matter of fact, I actually prefer my glasses without a spring hinge because in my line of work as an optician, when somebody comes to me with a broken set of glasses, about a good 70% of the time, it's the spring hinge that has broken. Not the plastic, not the temple, not the hinge itself. It's actually just a little pin that connects the hinge to the little spring that's inside of the chamber. That's typically found in a set of spring hinge set of glasses. So by not having the spring hinge, you're eliminating the number one thing that's more than likely to break, which is the spring itself. It has a finite lifespan. So when you get a spring hinge, it's not a bad thing. It's just that it's not gonna last as long as something that doesn't have a spring hinge, in most cases. Of course, depends on how you take care of your glasses. So I was happy to find that the quality of the hinge is really good. And along with that, the quality of the plastic. It has just a little bit of flex, not too much. Yeah, I personally don't like a whole lot of flex in the plastic. I like a bit of a rigid plastic on there. It does have a metal core going down there, which is gonna allow you to adjust it if necessary. And speaking of adjustment, I was actually able to take these glasses right out of the case, put them on without adjusting them. Because I've had situations where I take a frame out of a case and I put them on or set them down on a table and they're just not straight. They need adjusting. But what if you don't know how to adjust it? I know how. I'm an optician. I do this for a living, been doing this for years, but the average consumer doesn't know how to do that. So if they receive a frame that's out of adjustment, that's strike number one in my opinion. For me, that speaks to the quality inspection of maybe some person that's checking the frames before they go out. And I think that's a great feature, something that most people may not pay attention to, but me as an optician, I enjoy that kind of stuff. Now let's get to talking about the lenses, which is what most people are gonna care about when it comes to a set of glasses that are hoping to help you reduce digital eye strain. So the question is commonly, well, how are they gonna help me reduce digital eye strain? Well, I can't say that there's gonna be a couple different things. The first thing that a lot of people like to know is the blue light filtering. So they don't give a specific targeted range. They only say that they filter out 50% of blue light or up to 90% depending on the blue light that's being referenced. But the thing is, they don't reference it. So that's one thing that I can say that I wish that we had on the website, is more that technical, very specific information, which is what range of blue light are you filtering out exactly. Now, what I can say is that from experience, they're probably filtering out between the 400 and 440 nanometer range of blue light. And the reason why I say that is because the higher you go, the higher range that you're trying to filter out. Let's say you're trying to get up to 500, the more color these lenses are going to have. And because they're practically colorless, I do see that there's some color in the lens, but because of how little color there is, I'm going to have to say that they're targeting that lower nanometer range between 400 and 440. Unfortunately, we don't have any of that technical information to really confirm that, but you're just gonna have to trust me on this based off of my experience reviewing quite a few different products. You know me on this channel, that's pretty much what we do here, is review computer eyewear and blue light blocking glasses. And in my experience, whenever a frame is filtering out more than 440 nanometers up to 500, they're gonna have more color than you have on this set of Pixel eyewear lenses. 400 to 440 is gonna be just fine. And it probably goes up a little bit higher than 440, but without their technical information being supplied to me, I'm just gonna have to take an educated guess on this. So now that we've talked about the BPF on these lenses and the range that I think that they're filtering out, I wanna talk a bit about the coating, the anti-reflective coating specifically, because I think this normally gets overlooked when people are looking to get a set of computer glasses. Now, in order to explain why I enjoy or why I am happy with the Pixel eyewear coating, I need to tell you the difference. See, a lot of lower priced computer glasses or blue light blocking glasses, they'll be blocking blue light by bouncing off the blue light on the front surface of the lens, okay? So they're not filtering it on the lens level. Let's say you strip the coating off of those lower priced lenses, chances are they're not gonna be filtering out quite as much blue light on the lens level itself. They're depending on that coating. And that's why a lot of their coatings tend to be very colorful, like pinkish, bluish, purplish in color. And it's very noticeable when somebody is looking at you. And that's not something that I particularly enjoy because it draws a lot of attention to the glasses instead of, you know, somebody maybe looking at the frame. Or if somebody is looking at me and I'm having a conversation with them, I don't want them in their mind to be wondering why are his lenses all pink or blue? Why is that color on there? And then I'm gonna be trying to tell them, hey, you need this on your glasses. And in their mind, they're gonna be like, I don't want that coating on my lenses. I don't want to be walking around with that color. So the reason why that color is on there is because they're trying to bounce off some of that light. They're not filtering it on the lens. They're bouncing it off the front surface, which I'm not saying that it's wrong. There are even some really expensive coatings that you could put on your lenses that function that way, but I don't really enjoy it. And that's one of the reasons why I don't wear certain blue light protecting coatings that they call it anti-reflective, because it's almost like the opposite. You're actually creating reflections on the lens. Well, I'm happy to say that the Pixel eyewear coatings don't look like that. They actually look like a normal anti-reflective coating. They have more of like a greenish hue to it. I'm hoping that it comes across in the video here. And for me, that means that it's gonna have as little color as possible, as little attraction to the lens as possible when someone is looking at me, which is what I care about. I don't want the glasses to be the center of attention. Okay, when I'm having a conversation, it's all about eye contact. I don't want it to be about making contact with my glasses. So for me, that was a really nice feature that I think that they considered when they were making these glasses, which some people notice it, some people don't. I'm not saying that it's gonna be a deal breaker if you have one that has that color. The other thing about the coating is that it cleans really easy. Now, I wear glasses and I've been wearing glasses for a long time. And something that's second nature for me, I don't even think about it, is that I touch my glasses. Okay, I touch them. Okay, I move them, I reposition them, not because they're crooked, just because I do it. Okay, and when you do that, you're bound to touch the lenses. Okay, and I touched them and fingerprints got on them. And though it does have a bit of an oleophobic coating to help resist some of that stuff, it gets on there. And the thing that I'm happy to say is that they clean easily. So they include a microfiber cloth, but when you take a quick swipe across the lens, you're gonna notice it starts to get clean right away. It doesn't take you 1 to 2 minutes to get them clean, constantly just rubbing a cleaning cloth around there. All you need to do is give it a couple wipes and then you're good to go. You could use a spray, you could run it under some water. They clean really well. And guess what? They also come with a 1-year warranty, which is great, because if you find that your coating is defective, just get in touch with them. I'm sure they're gonna swap it right out. So all those things are gonna make the lenses just superior. And I think that that's why the price point is there. That's why it is $70 to $80. Like I said, depending where you are, the taxes and everything, you really are getting your money's worth when you invest in a set of Pixel eyewear glasses. Like I said, between $70 to $80 for the non-prescription version of their glasses is great. Great BPF, an awesome anti-reflective coating, and the frames feel good. The quality of the frames are great. The last thing that I want to mention is that they do offer a prescription eyewear version. So that means if you normally wear prescription glasses like myself, and if you have a new prescription from your doctor, send it over to them. You just need to email it to them. And then for $125, it is more, of course, than the $70 or $80 for the non-prescription version. But for $125, they'll put your prescription into their frames using the same lens technology, using the same BPF filtering and anti-reflective coatings that you get in the non-prescription version. So that's an awesome deal, $125 for your prescription in their frame. Now they do have certain prescription parameters to consider. And I will say this just as a suggestion to Pixel eyewear, just to make it a little bit easier for people to find that prescription part, it's actually all the way in the footer. When it comes to the menu at the top, it says shop. And then if you select one of those frames, it doesn't give you the prescription option there. You actually have to go down to the footer into the prescription RX hyperlink that's down there. And that takes you to another page where all the frames are listed. The same 12 frames are listed there. And then that's where you would be able to order for $125 the prescription version of their glasses. So it's nice to have. Just a suggestion to Pixel is maybe just to make it a little bit easier for the consumer to find that prescription option on the website. But besides that, that's really the only thing that I could say at the moment is, I guess, not a negative, but just something that could be improved, is just the way that people could find the prescription option on the website. But the frames themselves are great quality. The lenses are great quality. There's almost no color on the lens. It filters out the right amount of BPF for my liking. And I think that it's also covering the right range for people that want to wear it at work, that are going to be maybe even walking around with it, because if you don't want to be taking them off and on, you might lose it. So that's a good amount of BPF. You do not want to filter 90 or 99% blue light. You need it in your life. Okay, all blue light is not bad. So in conclusion, if you want a good quality frame with good coatings, filtering out 50% BPF, which in my opinion is all that you really need. Anything more than that is because you're targeting a specific need, okay? And it's not something that I would recommend wearing something that's 90% BPF full time, ever, okay? Unless you're wearing something that you want to use like in the late evening hours right before you go to sleep. That's a topic for another video that I'm gonna be bringing up shortly. But nonetheless, 50% BPF is fine, and the anti-reflective coatings on here are more than average. It's actually a good quality anti-reflective coating that cleans easily, that has very little color, doesn't have that pinkish, bluish, purplish color that a lot of blue light blocking glasses have. And that's because the lenses themselves are actually filtering out a lot of that blue light, which is what I want, which is what you should want. And you should want to check out Pixel eyewear, in my opinion. So once again, if you're curious, this is the Meru, this is gonna be the Thera, and this is gonna be the Omni. All great frames, all built the same, all great quality lenses too. I've tried out quite a few different blue light blocking glasses, and Pixel eyewear is up there. I gotta say it's up there. they've definitely got my 2019 off to a great start. So I'm gonna leave a link to their website in the description below. If you have any questions, any comments, leave it in the comment section below. You know how we do it. We do our best to get to everybody's questions and comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. It helps other people find this video that hopefully you found useful. And don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, you're gonna get a lot of information on here that's gonna help you take care of the health of your eyes and improve the quality of your vision. Once again, I am Oliver for Eye Influence. I hope you have an awesome day.